Oh, hello. Good morning. Or maybe good night already. Today you will learn both, and also parts of the day in Slovak and other polite things.
Learn Slovak with Filip.
Oh, I learned how to make a short intro to this video. Yes! Anyway, now you'll learn the parts of the day in Slovak. Starting from the morning. The day starts with ráno. Ráno means morning. Ráno. Then comes the middle of the day. Poludnie. Noon. It means something like half day in like old Slovak way. Just remember, half day, noon. Poludnie. Around that time you'll also hear obed. Obed. That's lunch. Yes, meal which you eat at noon. But Slovaks use it also for the whole midday too. So, obed means lunch, but also noon. So for the middle of the day, you can say poludnie or obed. Both are fine. And now the fun part. Take poludnie, which means noon, and stick po in front. Po means after, so you get popoludnie. Popoludnie. Literally, after half day, afternoon, which is exactly what it means. Popoludnie. Afternoon. Same logic as English. And if you swap po for do, which means before or up until, you get dopoludnie. Dopoludnie. The late morning, the part before noon. Po is after, do is before. Besides do, Slovak also has pred, which also means before. So before noon can also be predpoludnie. Short recap. At 12 o'clock is noon. Poludnie. Before that, at 10 a.m., dopoludnie or predpoludnie. You can say it both ways. And later, after lunchtime, afternoon, for example, at 1400 hours, which is the same like 2 p.m., popoludnie. Afternoon. I don't want to make it more complicated, but we have also synonyms with the word lunch. Obed. Do obeda. Up until lunch. And po obede. After lunch. Yes, that's basically the same thing. Exact same po and do logic, just with lunch. And after that, podvečer. Podvečer. Early evening. That golden hour before dark. And then, večer. Večer. Evening. Tired? It's finally night. Noc. Noc. Night. And that's the whole day start to finish. Now the good stuff. Literally good stuff. We will attach good to almost each part of the day, and it will become a greeting. In the morning you say, Dobré ráno. Dobré ráno means good morning. Dobré ráno. Use it when you wake up, at breakfast, or greeting someone early, roughly until 10 in the morning. Dobré ráno. Dobré ráno. Once the morning's over and it's the middle of the day, you switch to Dobrý deň. Literally, good day. This is your polite, all-purpose hello during the daytime. Shop, office, meeting someone older, this is the safe, respectful choice. Dobrý deň. In the afternoon, we usually keep using the same Dobrý deň, good day. You can technically say Dobré popoludnie, good afternoon, but honestly, it's less common, but we use it sometimes. Anyway, Dobrý deň is pretty enough all the way until the evening. When the sun starts going down, roughly from 6 in the evening, you switch again. Dobrý večer. Dobrý večer, good evening. That ch makes a ch sound, like in church. If you don't know how to pronounce this letter, check my video about Slovak alphabet and Slovak pronunciation. Check this video. Quick note on that podvečer, the early evening. We actually do have a greeting just for it. Dobrý podvečer. But honestly, it's not that common. Dobrý večer works perfectly fine in the early evening too. So mostly, you'll just hear and just say, Dobrý večer. And at the very end of the day, when you're heading to bed, Dobrú noc. Dobrú noc. Notice it's not Dobrý, but Dobrú. That's because noc, night, is a feminine word in Slovak. Just say it. Dobrú noc. Dobrú noc means good night. You say it as the last thing before sleep. Dobrú noc. Well, actually, it's not quite the last thing before sleep. After Dobrú noc, you usually add sweet dreams. If you will watch this video till end, you will learn how to say sweet dreams in Slovak. But before that, one quick bonus tip, a little secret about how Slovaks actually talk. We Slovaks are kind of lazy. That's why so many things in Slovakia are not finished. For example, back in 2007, Slovak Prime Minister promised to finish the highway connecting our two biggest cities, Bratislava and Košice, by 2010. And get this, that same Prime Minister won 3 more elections and it's 2026, and the highway still isn't finished. Maybe we should rename our country to Slovakia. Never mind, back to the video. Even our grammar is lazy. We love dropping words out of sentences, and somehow they still make perfect sense. In the grammar lessons, you'll be amazed how many words you can leave out and still be understood. Let's try it with these greetings. Now, this only works when it's totally obvious what you mean. But some greetings are so common that it's always obvious. Take Dobrý deň. It's used so much that if you just say Dobrý, and that's enough. Seriously, drop the den. Every Slovak instantly knows you mean Dobrý deň. It's casual, friendly, and you'll hear it everywhere. Same thing at night. Instead of the full Dobrú noc, people often just say Dobrú. It's dark, you're heading to bed. What else could it mean? Dobrú is plenty for good night. Deň is a masculine word, so it's Dobrý. Noc is feminine. It's Dobrú. That's how we know exactly which one you mean, just from the last letter. Pretty efficient for lazy people, right? Oh, and by the way, if you say just Dobrý in the evening, we know you mean good evening because, well, it's evening. Obvious, right? Dobrý večer. So to recap the day. Morning. Ráno. Good morning. Dobré ráno. Noon or lunchtime. Poludnie. Lunch. Obed. Good day. Dobrý deň. Or Dobrý. Evening. Večer. Good evening. Dobrý večer. Or Dobrý, because it's obviously evening, not daytime. So it's shortcut for good evening, not good day. And in the bedtime, night. Noc. Dobrú noc. Or Dobrú. How are you? There are 2 versions of how are you in Slovak, and which one you pick depends on who you're talking to. One polite and one, also polite but informal. With a friend, someone your age, a family member, anyone you're casual with, you say, Ako sa máš? Means, how are you? This is the friendly, informal version. Ako sa máš? But with someone older, a stranger, your boss, or anyone you want to be polite with, you say, Ako sa máte? Same question, but polite. Ako sa máte? Máte is formal. It's also what you use when talking to more than one person. Ako sa máte? Máš is informal, for friends. Ako sa máš? Your turn. Read both out loud. Great, but asking the question is only half of it. You also need to be able to answer. Before I will teach you some answers, one cultural note about Slovakia. In English, how are you is often just a polite greeting. You say it to someone and he answers back same. Nobody expect actual answer. In Slovak, it's different. When a Slovak asks, Ako sa máš? He actually wants to know the answer. So be ready. Sometimes you'll get a cheerful Dobre, but we Slovaks also love a good complain. So don't be shocked if Ako sa máš gets you the full report, how everything is bad, how they don't know even where to start. That's not rude, it's honest. So here's the deal. When you ask it, expect the answer. And when someone asks you, give them a real answer. It is not just a polite greeting, it is real question. And here are some possible answers. Dobre. Good. Dobre. Simple and fast. Notice, it has a short e. Ako sa máš? Dobre. Good. Dobre. Good. But let's try some longer answers.
Ďakujem, dobre.
This one means thanks. Good.
Ďakujem, dobre.
Celkom dobre means quite good or pretty good. You can also say celkom fine. Yes, it's like fine in English, just with different spelling. Quite fine or pretty fine. And of course, logically, you can say also fine. Don't use it in formal speech, but with friends, it's totally fine. What about whole sentence? I am doing well or I'm doing fine. It's this.
Mám sa dobre. Mám sa fajn.
I am doing well.
Mám sa dobre.
I'm doing fine.
Mám sa fajn.
By the way, you can change this to question like this. Are you doing well?
Máš sa dobre?
Are you doing fine?
Máš sa fajn?
Or if you want to be formal, the same questions would be,
Máte sa dobre?
are you doing well?
Máte sa fajn?
Are you doing fine? Short recap, what you can answer.
Áno. Yes. Áno, mám sa dobre. Áno, mám sa fajn. Áno, dobre. Áno, fajn. Áno, celkom dobre. Áno, celkom fajn.
And if you feel very, very good, you can say,
Veľmi dobre. Super. Výborne. Perfektne. Mám sa veľmi dobre. Mám sa super. Mám sa výborne. Mám sa perfektne.
But if you want to complain like a native Slovak, here are some negative answers.
Tak stredne.
This means literally so medium. Or for non-native English speakers, so-so.
Nič moc.
Means literally nothing much. But for you, it is better to translate like not great. This one is very popular.
Bolo aj lepšie.
In English, I've seen better days, or could be better. Slovaks brilliantly combine a touch of pessimism with the fact that, in reality, nothing terrible is happening. And we can also say could be better in Slovak as
Mohlo by byť aj lepšie.
could be better.
Mohlo by byť aj lepšie.
And if you want to complain like a Slovak and say that you're not doing great, you can use
Zle.
means bad,
Zle.
or
Veľmi zle.
very bad.
Veľmi zle.
The whole sentence is
Mám sa zle. Mám sa veľmi zle.
the Slovak phrases mám sa zle or mám sa veľmi zle can mean both, that you are physically feeling bad, I feel bad, or that things in your life are not going well, I'm doing bad. While native English speakers would more likely use formulations like I'm not doing great or I'm doing poorly, we in Slovakia commonly use the literal word for bad, zle, in everyday conversation. And after your answer, you should ask the question back.
A ty?
The casual version of and you, if you are talking with a friend or family member, and formal one for everyone else.
A vy?
And you? Or you can also ask, what about you?
A čo ty?
Informal, what about you? And the formal one.
A čo vy?
While you can drop the A, keeping it in sounds much more natural when you're returning the question. Time for a short recap. If you want to skip it, there is a yellow line on the screen to do so, but it might be better to repeat all these new words and phrases out loud. That way, you'll remember them much better.
Ako sa máš? Ako sa máte? Dobre. Ďakujem, dobre. Celkom dobre. Celkom fajn. Mám sa dobre. Mám sa fajn. Máš sa fajn? Máš sa dobre? Máte sa dobre? Áno, mám sa dobre.
Veľmi dobre. Super. Výborne. Perfektne. Mám sa výborne. Tak stredne. Nič moc. Bolo aj lepšie. Mohlo by byť aj lepšie. Zle. Veľmi zle. Mám sa zle. A ty? A čo ty? A vy? A čo vy? And now I will teach you 6 small phrases, good wishes, that make you sound genuinely friendly during day and night. Pekný deň. In the morning, or whenever you part ways with someone during the day. Pekný deň. Literally, it means a nice day, a beautiful day. But it's a wish, so better to translate as, have a nice day. Pekný deň.
Pekný deň.
Pekný deň. Have a nice day. At lunch or dinner, right before you eat, we wish each other, enjoy your meal. Dobrú chuť.
Dobrú chuť.
She was faster. Aj tebe dobrú chuť.
Aj tebe dobrú chuť.
And she does not have to repeat it. But anyway, in Slovak, dobrú chuť literally translates to have a good taste. But in English, that means something completely different, like having a good taste in fashion, music, or cars. In our language, chuť, taste, is directly connected to food. So while you say enjoy your meal, the literal Slovak translation would be have a good taste. Dobrú chuť. Then you can answer aj tebe, also to you, or aj tebe dobrú chuť. Enjoy your meal too. By the way, this is beef goulash with sliced bread dumplings. Hovedzí guláš s knedľou. And honestly, ordering this cost me €12.50 just to film this scene. So, please drop a like and subscribe. It costs you absolutely nothing, but it keeps me motivated to make more videos for you. Alright, let's look at drinks. Na zdravie. It has 2 meanings. As a toast, it means cheers, and when someone sneezes, it's bless you. Literally, it's to your health. Fun fact, when you are toasting in Slovakia, look the other person in the eyes when your glasses clink. No eye contact? The superstition says it's bad luck. And trust me, Slovaks will notice.
Na zdravie!
Na zdravie. Cheers. And when you meet friends who are heading to a party or an event and you want to tell them, have fun, you can do so by saying, príjemnú zábavu. Have fun, or have a good time. Príjemnú zábavu. When you going to sleep. After Dobrú noc, you can say, sladké sny, which means sweet dreams. It's the perfect thing to end the day. And one more thing, a warm way to say goodbye, any time of day or at the end of this video. Majsa, take care, the casual version for friends. Majsa, like the English word my. And formal version for a stranger or more people. Majte sa. And now you have a beautiful little collection of good wishes in Slovak. Let me recap them very, very fast. Repeat after me. Pekný deň. Dobrú chuť. Na zdravie. Príjemnú zábavu. Sladké sny. Maj sa. Majte sa. And now you know a lot of useful Slovak phrases you didn't know 18 minutes ago. If you feel you remember at least 80% of today's lesson, you're ready to move on. If not, just watch it again today or tomorrow. And that's it. Any questions? Drop a comment below. If you want YouTube to recommend more of my videos to you, hit subscribe and give this one a like. At least then I'll know this video actually helped someone. And I'll see you again in the next video. I'm Filip, and this is Learn Slovak with Filip.